Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Career Union. I want to talk about instant manifestation. I had a session with a client, or I should say, I had many sessions yesterday, but one of the things that one of my clients said yesterday was a key point that I think a lot of you might be getting in your heads about and in your feelings, and it's making you feel like you're failing or your inner work isn't working. So I believe that my explanation today will make it make sense for you. I intend that many of you are going to have that moment where it hits you and it's going to click. Okay. So she's manifesting her mirror soul. There's not a lot of story that she has, except when they were together, he did show her a lot of love. There was a little bit of a story within her around something that happened. Basically, it happened with her father, and then it happened with an ex. When it happened with her ex, it was a very traumatic experience, and it made her feel very insecure. Not, it put her in a state of deep lack and fear. So anyway, we've been working together. One of the things that she said happens to her is that she sometimes resists doing the inner work. And some of the thoughts that obviously are active within her beliefs are that this should be faster because manifestation is instant. So this should be happening faster. So she believes that somehow she's not doing something right. In some cases, that's just, again, another not good enough story being disguised as, like I'm not good enough of a manifester. I'm not good at this. In some cases, not in all. So manifestation itself is instant. When you accept, first, you want to believe that manifestation is instant, that everything is happening immediately once you accept whatever it is that you desire. So as soon as you accept the love between you and your mirror soul, and I'm saying mirror soul, not the name Marisol, by the way. Sometimes when you guys are new, you think I'm saying Marisol, but it's actually really funny when you do. So anyway, when you actually accept the love, you accept that, yes, our love is sacred and secure. We belong to each other. We were created to love each other. Right then and there, in an instant, everything that needs to happen we call it a chain of events, call it the bridge of incidents, whatever you want to label it, it doesn't matter. But you are then in the timeline and in the trajectory, and everything is happening. Call it all the cooperative components behind the scenes is happening. Some of the movement you'll see, some of it you won't see. Some of it will be you'll notice yourself change, you'll notice yourself thinking differently. Your character is basically transforming and changing because you are consistently either continuing to believe in who you thought you were back. Remember that we're all characters. It's just that we didn't realize we were being shaped and programmed by our reality, music, movies, TV shows, observing parents going through things, observing friends, family as you're growing up. You were being programmed. Your character was being programmed. Okay, so anyway, so you are changing how you see yourself in relationships and especially in relationship with your person. Okay. So when you accept it, everything, you are on that bridge, you are in that timeline, you are on that trajectory. And to lock in, you remain consistent, trusting in the entire process, trusting in yourself, but especially trusting that the end already exists, it's already made, and you're not needing to figure it out. That's the beauty of it, even though it is you choosing to have faith in the process. So manifestation is instant. One of the things that hopefully that I intend that did make sense and you guys understand that. one of the things that she brought up that happens is I believe she purchased a home for her mother that's in the same neighborhood as her mirror soul. So when she goes to visit her mother, sometimes she gets triggered when she's driving, and she is finding herself wanting to change the route so she avoids driving by his house because there are so many memories, good memories. But so there was just a little subtle thing that I needed to say to her, that if you guys are together, you're living from the end of being together. When you're driving by, when you're getting ready to drive and you're starting to plan, I'm going to be triggered. I need to find a different way to drive there so I don't drive by his house. And what if, and she didn't say this, but what if he sees me, or what if I see him, and what if all of that stuff? If you were together, you wouldn't be thinking those things. If you were in the relationship and it was steady and secure, you wouldn't be worried about driving by his house. So I suggested to her that she's more consistent in the morning, that she's more consistent. And then throughout the day, she carries herself seeing, walking, talking, breathing, doing things from being in the relationship. So then if you're driving to go visit your mom, maybe he's with you in the car. And if you guys are living together, you wouldn't worry about driving by the old house that he used to live in. Maybe you guys would reminisce about it. So I think that subtle tweak will help her. And if you're someone else going through something similar, I brought up recently one of my other clients manifesting her mirror soul. They had the little disagreement in the 3D. He went, you know, energetically because she got afraid. So he got afraid and he went away for a bit just so she could prepare for their beautiful, happy, harmonious life together. That's all that's happening. That's all that you're doing right now. Okay. So he started to intentionally go to the gym so he would be near her, and while they're working out, they weren't talking, but he had to keep going, literally brushing up against her but not saying anything. So what I suggested to her was the whole thing I think that I want to say with you guys is revision is super powerful, and to remember that all of your power literally is just in the moment now. That's where all of creation is happening, because there is only now. So revise that. Just like with my other client with driving by the specific person's house, revise it. You can revise it in advance, and then you can revise it later. And then later on, when you're home, you can imagine the visit with your mom that you guys went there together. And with the client that her mirror soul needed to keep being near her, I had suggested that she revise it and imagine that they went to the gym together. And then, so at the periods in the gym when she was working out in the mirror and he was like right up against her, she can easily imagine that they were focused on what they were doing, but they were there supporting each other just simply because they were near each other. And then they left together drinking protein shakes, drinking water, and like being each other's support and cheerleader. I had another client that, so this is all about consistency. I came on and I shared the video where she wasn't being consistent. She was wavering a lot. She was even leaving the door open potentially for other men. And she realized what she was doing. When she finally did what she had to do to remain faithful and not open herself up potentially to other people, because she realized when she was keeping herself open to other men, that was the little part of her that wasn't trusting in the relationship. So she went all in, she got consistent, she got faithful. And after a certain amount of time, her mirror soul not only came back in her life, but he told her that not a day or night went by where she wasn't on his mind. So you have to remember that. Trust what's in your heart and soul and know that the love, as deep as you feel it for your person, they feel it for you too. And the same way you're waking up thinking about them, they're thinking about you all throughout the day. So trust in the love. You don't need the evidence. I know it's nice to feel and see the evidence, but you don't need it, because all you do need is to trust what's in your heart and soul. That is your evidence. So get more consistent. Trust that manifestation is instant. Trust in that, but know what that actually means. That the moment you accept it and you allow yourself to just be taken and surrender to it, and then you're consistent, obviously, throughout the day, everything that needs to happen is happening. And by the way, your relationship with your mirror soul, you guys will be closer. You'll trust each other more. You'll trust in the love, that it's never ending, that it's a lifetime, that it's sacred. The closeness that you'll have, the laughter, the affection, all of it will be so much better because you went through this process, because you won't worry when you guys are together, when maybe they don't text you within 2 seconds. You won't worry if you're busy and they're busy. You won't get in your fear and worry that you're being abandoned anymore, because through this process you are recognizing that that was my character, who was afraid of love, who didn't feel safe with the intensity of love because of the programming. But that's not who I am. I can decide and choose, this is who I am. You're just creating a new character. That's all. Okay, so the best way to do that is to be consistent. And then trust that the moment you're consistent, and when you are consistent throughout the day, again, it's all happening literally right now, even as you're watching the movie. It's all happening, everything that needs to happen, and it's a good thing. Okay, so stay consistent, trust that manifestation is instant, and that everything that needs to happen is happening, and it's happening for both of you, so that you don't go through the dynamic anymore of getting together, feeling such an intense feeling of love within you, and then you can't, your little body, your old character couldn't handle the love before. And it's not your person's fault, and it's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. So affirm down below, I trust what's in my heart and soul. Our love in our bodies makes us feel safe and secure. Love feels natural as breathing. Our love is calming and nurturing. Our relationship is sacred to us. We love our life together. We love each other deeply. I could go on and on and on. Little now Felix is watching me. So please affirm those affirmations down below, whatever you want to say. Tell me in the comments that you understand and you've received this message. Obviously, if you need me, just reach out. Okay, I love you. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.